Hello there everyone, and welcome to my first Luftwaffe propaganda. Today we will be taking a look at the infamous Ju87 D5. This is a small dive bomber in tier 2 of the German aircraft tree. Although it is meant to be used as a dive bomber and ground attacker, I believe that this plane can be used in more ways than just that. Let's take a look at the modifications. The aircraft comes with two 20mm cannons, which can shred anything from bombers and fighters, to open-top vehicles and AA guns. The maximum speed of the plane is 365 km per hour, but I doubt you would ever reach that speed even if fully upgraded. The turn rate is not that good either. The plane can complete a full 360 degrees turn in 32 seconds, however in game you feel way more maneuverable. The climb rate is absolutely trash at 0.2 meters per second, but can be greatly increased when upgraded. However, you should not really need it that much, since you get an air spawn. The Ju87 has 6 different bomb loads, with the largest option equaling up to 1000 kilograms of bombs. It consists of two 250 kilogram bombs and a 500 kilogram bomb. The plane can also be equipped with 2 gun pods, with either 12 additional 7.9mm machine guns or 4 extra 20mm cannons. With these equipped you can show those alive and Russian players the true power of the German Reich. The defensive armament of the Ju87 is a double 7.9mm machine gun which cannot tear planes apart, but it can kill pilots quite effectively, of course with the correct crew skills. It also has a great fire rate. Now let's discuss some strategies. Since you are in a German aircraft, your chance of winning is automatically higher, since the light teams are full of 12-year-olds, unless you face Russians. I have 2 main strategies that I stick to. The first one is to take the largest bomb load and fly in a slight dive towards one of the bases, since you will have to dive bomb it anyway. I recommend that you drop the 2 smaller bombs first, and then make a loop around, and then come back to drop the big boy. I do this because the mechanism that the plane uses makes the center bomb have a 2-second delay which always screws me up. But beware, because these bombs are not enough to destroy a base fully. After I light it up like Christmas, I proceed by trying to shoot down enemy aircraft in the area, but if there are none, I just destroy ground targets with my cannons. After all, that's what the Stuka was designed for. The Ju87 D5 comes with air brakes which can help when diving, and also with short landings. If you are alone in this plane you will not do well, so either get your Stuka friends, or ask your teammates for support. This strategy works well, but if you are into aircraft with lots of guns, then you will like the second strategy more. It's simple. Take the gun pods with the 20mm cannons, wreak havoc, expand the Third Reich. With these cannons, anything in your way will be set on fire and left in pieces within seconds. Always take chances for a head-on. I suggest you climb a little bit, since you do have an air spawn, but you should not think that you can intercept enemy bombers flying at high altitude, unless they have an IQ of under 80 and dive at the beginning of the match for speed. The key to the gun pods is to get them on target. Once that's done, nothing can save your enemy. The gun pods greatly decrease roll speed, meaning that you should use more IDA than usual. But be careful which enemies you choose, as if you try FOing for Spitfires and Yaks, since they will outturn you in no time, unless you catch them by surprise or boom and zoom them. I do not suggest boom and zooming, however, because the aircraft gets major control stiffening. Another thing to consider is how much ammo these guns use, and how easily they can overheat, if you like to spam, that is. These guns have amazing firepower, but don't get caught up in chasing enemies for too long, as you may find yourself in the heart of the enemy team, and as I have already said, the Ju87 cannot fight alone. The plane can take a lot of damage before falling apart, and even if you do, as you may see in the gameplay, it's not game over yet. Even without half a wing you can manage to take someone down and still make it to base, just be careful. Now let's talk a little bit about tank realistic. The Stuka performs well, but you can be easily shot down from SBAAs due to your slow speed, unless you catch them by surprise, or stay in the clouds until the moment where you have to dive. It's not very easy to hit targets, and since you don't have rockets, you will often find yourself going back and forth to base. To be honest, all these features are cool and all, but the Ju87 would be nothing if you could not drive it on rough terrain. Yes, this was the idea behind the Stuka for the whole time. Hitler needed a very fast tank that could blitzkrieg the hell out of the French, and that's what the Ju87 is. You can capture points with it. Use it to flank the enemy without being spotted or even drive to base when badly damaged. Now tell me, is there anything that this wonder weapon can't do? For conclusion, this plane can be lots of fun, and can be very powerful in the right hands, and a bit of luck. I definitely recommend you buy this plane, if you haven't yet, and give it a try. Thank you for tuning into this YouTube video, and I hope you enjoyed it. I hope you will also join me for the next episode of Luftwaffe Propaganda.